It's me, DJ Conway. You don't know me yet, but you will as soon as you start listening. So I'm just jumping in here because you're a new listener, and I want you to listen to the podcast because I put a lot of work into it. I love it. I'm in love with it. It's ruined my life. The thing about it that I'm telling you is that there's several arcs to the beginning of this. The first one is Soulwood, and there's a lot of episodes to it, 26 in fact, that go into starting the story. This podcast has gone over years and years of recording and playing, and there's a lot of it that isn't exactly the best, and if you don't want to start there, you don't have to. Eddie, you were part of Soulwood, right?
Soulwood was weird because nobody knew what was going on. It's kind of like Vietnam, it was scary. I wouldn't start with Soulwood, because the audio's not great, or even good. I would say listen to pretty much anything else that we've done, and then backpedal to Soulwood if you're really, really in love with it.
For some of you D&D listeners that really just want to hear the table atmosphere, Soulwood is for you. It's really casual, the editing is almost non-existent, very questionable audio. If that's not where you want to start, that's completely fine. We have Jacoby's Lullaby. BJ, Weston, you were in there, right?
Yes, we were.
It was a lot of fun.
I really enjoyed it. It was my first introduction into D&D. It took me a while to get the hang of it, but Jacoby's Lullaby was also a learning experience for me. If you listen to it through and through, you'll see not only the growth of Griffin, but you also see the growth of me. Some of the best memories I have is recording into a mic playing D&D.
Jacoby's Lullaby was a point where I, as a DM, was like, this thing has legs. And again, the editing and audio isn't perfect. If you don't want to start there, that's completely fine. After that goes Handsome Dwellers. Eddie, that was another arc that you were a part of.
Handsome Dwellers is a really fucking wacky ride, I'll tell you that right now. I do miss it. Handsome Dwellers was a good time, and if you don't watch it, you're stupid, so take that.
Handsome Dwellers is like that disappointing sequel, but it's still good.
It's good enough to watch, for sure.
Jacoby's Lullaby is Batman vs. Superman.
Again, though, you don't need to start at Jacoby's Lullaby and Handsome Dwellers either, because we were just starting out trying to figure out our characters. I was trying to figure out how to edit it. We were trying to figure out how the story was going to go. If you want to start somewhere relatively nice with the audio good and the music and the editing just so good, I would start at the Coral Castle Episode 1. If you start at Coral Castle Episode 1, a lot of what happened in Jacoby's Lullaby and Handsome Dwellers will be fed to you organically, but it will also tell you the story of these characters, the castle, and more as we go on. You don't have to start with any of the previous stuff. If you want to go on Twitter and use the hashtag Journeyer, what do you guys think about that? Journeyer?
Journeyer?
Journeyer is stupid.
Don't.
What?
Don't.
Journeyer is dumb. I'll fight you
Don't.
on that.
J-O-U-R-N-E-Y-E-R. We are meant to fly.
Like it
No,
feels like
stop. Oh my
I'm
God.
more of a Journey fan than you are. I'm Journeyer than you, dude. I don't hate it as much as that does.
I definitely hate it. That's dumb.
And if you want to help promote us, please take it to Twitter. Use the hashtag OurJourney, OurJourney. I said that right? Right, guys?
I believe so.
I don't know, I ain't listening, but I'll tell you what you need to do. If you're on Twitter or any of them interwebs, you look for the Eldric Journeys, and you listen to it, and you tell people it's cool. And if you don't, I hate you.
Deej, if you don't put that in, we'll be mad, because that was great.
If you use the hashtag OurJourney in any tweet, I'll put it into a big pile of names that I have that could become an NPC in the world. How about that? Does that sound good?
Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that.
Also, if you guys have any ideas for magical items you want me to put in the shelf, which is something, if you listen to it, that'll be later on,
Follow us on Twitter at Eldric Journeys.
and review us on iTunes, because that will really, really help.
5 stars, please.
And if you're feeling really generous, you can go to the Patreon at The Splat House and donate any amount. You can get the chance to listen to our exclusive podcast, Puzzle Valley. It's a high school teen detective story. Any Patreon donors will get the chance to have their name in the podcast, as well as anyone who shouts us out on Twitter, but Patreon donors are going to be more essential. Again, not mandatory, but if you feel inclined, I'd appreciate it, and I'm sure the boys would as well.
I'm Weston, playing Griffin.
I'm BJ, playing Baguio.
And I'm Eddie, playing Howland.
So if you want to actually see what we have to offer,
Let's take a journey.
Would it be better if we all did a word of "Let's take a journey"? Because there are 4 words to that, and there's 4 of us.
Who wants what word?
I think you should have journey.
All right, Weston, you do let's. BJ, you say a. Eddie, you say take, and then I'll say
Wait, BJ's got
Let's a take.
That's fine. I get it. No, it's fine. No,
Let's
no.
take,
Somebody had to take that one. Hey, God. You hate my guts, Deej. I know you do.
Vidge, you can't screw up. Open your mouth.
I'll never get over this.
Let's
Take.
You did fuck it up.
And you wonder why we gave you A.
God, you
suck.
You literally just heard let's take.
This dude wonders.
Maybe.
How do I say A excitedly? A!
No.
A!
You just did.
Let's take
Do anything except what you did the first time.
I know, what it is I felt the laugh coming. Oh, my God.
let's
A
take let's
Take.
journey.
That's good.
we'll
Yep.
take
We
it.
got it.
That's good. You know what? That's good.
Wrap it up, boys. Wrap it up. Lights.
Go.
Let's
take
take
a
a journey.
I jumped the gun.
Also, if we beat you on Overwatch and that's why you're here, I'm sorry. But also, if you beat us on Overwatch and that's why you're here, like, we let you win.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a factual statement.
It's all promotion.
I definitely didn't throw on Sigma. Never happened.